up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of the Trendy Living Podcast. My name is Dillis if you're new here, so make sure to hit that subscribe button. Today, we'll be talking about money. Money. Oh, wait, guys. Money. Now, money is such an interesting topic, but it's also very sensitive, because...
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go right into it. Okay, so first off, let me introduce my guests. We have Mimi and
Voila.
Walanyo Esquire. So guys, put some respect on... Hey, why no? You don't want people to know you. Because what? They'll come for money?
No comment.
Oh, you have to comment. You're a lawyer.
No
Say something.
comment.
Say something.
Let's talk about money.
Let's talk about money.
Yeah.
How does money feel to you as a man?
As a man.
Yes.
It is empowering. I think it gives you a voice that people want to hear. Yeah.
Like, okay.
It really defines
Odogu.
who you are.
So it
Yeah.
gives you that voice.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the foundation for a man. Everything will add on, but you need the
You
money.
need the
A
money. You need
lot
the
of
moolah.
it. Yeah.
Okay, I'll come back to something you said. Mimi, how does money feel to you? Like,
Money
yeah.
feels empowering, honestly. I think to everyone, money is empowering and money is essential. It stops nonsense.
Yes.
So it's essential. We need the kwacha. We are manifesting.
Yeah.
I know, manifesting. Honestly, that's a good one. That's a really, really good one. But what about that quote which says that money does not buy happiness? Because me right now, money can't buy my happiness. So like, I'm very shameless right now, but money buys happiness. So what do you think about that particular quote?
I think it is context. So for those who have money, maybe they have the right to say that, but the fact of it is that money gives you access. So you
Yes.
can use money to get things, but happiness is not straightforward. It's quite elusive. So maybe you can have the money to access something, but within you, there are other factors that might not make you happy. So maybe that's the reason why people say money might not necessarily buy you happiness.
Yeah.
But as the saying goes, it's better you crying or what you are going or yeah.
I know, right?
That's
But I think
what you say.
that's facts because I mean I don't want to go highly spiritual, but I think the Bible even says that there was a wise old man who had all the wisdom in this world to save the city, but no one listened to him because he was poor. So I think money is such an interesting topic to discuss. So first, let's talk about you not having money. Like, let's talk about that. How have you ever experienced? I mean, you've always experienced that, right? But how was that period like? Because Charlie, now things are hard, though.
I agree. Things are really hard. Despite things being hard, I think despite things being hard, we've also been exposed to certain things and certain avenues that can make us manifest.
Okay.
In the sense that you've experienced what it's like not having money. People look down on you. You can't even go out. Like sometimes you can't
Charlie.
even show your face. And sometimes this is not our real face, so it's because we don't have money.
I know.
When we start drinking water manifesting, like it begins to show.
I think I saw this post where someone said that she's telling the world that money will change her. So if she changes, don't come and say that it's because of money. Like she has
Right.
already said that money will change you. Yeah.
Yeah, money does change you, but I think it rather reveals who you truly are.
Yeah.
Because that's what money and power and influence does to people. I don't think it's the money that changes who they are. They are who they are before the money came into the picture. But about being broke, I don't think anyone wants to be broke. Honestly speaking, even the United Nations wants everyone to be above the poverty line. Nobody wants to be
Tell us
poor.
about that agenda though, like briefly, because right now we are moving towards like the after way, right? After
2030.
Yes.
Agenda 2030. Well, it says no poverty and it's trying to lift almost everybody globally to be above the poverty line. But also with COVID and the economic meltdown and things happening, it has made so many things draw back in comparison to what we should have achieved by 2030. Are we doing our best? I think we are trying, especially with the whole face of crypto,
Yes.
Bitcoin, NFTs.
We'll really come to that
exposing us to a new face
yes.
of making money.
Yeah, but do you think that's a reality though? Because has the system designed to make, the rich get richer and then the poor get poorer? Because there are a lot of information out there as to how to make money. But, why is it that we have people still hawking on roads, people still even doing fraud? I mean, we'll come to that aspect before we talk about other things. But do you think it's a realistic thing that people would all be, rich?
Okay, so I want to address the struggle part of not having money.
Okay,
Me, I
okay.
literally come from struggle. And that question is supposed to go to someone who is not having money. I don't think I have money now.
Hey,
Yeah, so I
an
can,
esquire like
I
you,
can
please
best
don't disgrace
express.
the profession.
Yeah. So,
What
yeah,
kind of money? That's the thing. I don't get when people say I don't have that money yet. What kind of money do you want to have to realize that you
He
have
has
money?
made it.
that's an interesting question.
Yeah.
If I have money like Jeff Bezos, I think that's enough money. Yeah, I think I'd like to have money like that.
So until then, you don't have money.
No, not that. But you are asking for the limits. I think I
Okay.
don't mind having that limit.
Alrighty.
Yeah.
Okay.
So your other question
The
again.
question about the struggle, you're talking
Yeah,
about,
yeah.
yes,
Before, yeah, there was another one before that. I think
the
my train of
realistic.
that. Is everyone going to get rich? I think the way capitalism is designed, that's why we have government. I think the government should put in place measures that would make everyone live above the poverty line, make the basic necessities. Then after that level, then people can do the whole capitalism thing, and then we struggle for who is the richest, has the biggest car, watch, whatever it is. Yeah, then yes. So if capitalism won't solve entirely the inequality of the world, but it would produce the wealth that can be taxed to use to put in place systems and policies or programs to make sure that everyone does not live beyond whatever poverty lines that are not acceptable.
I
Yeah.
think this conversation is like, it's a whole thesis, about capitalism and everything. But you, Walano, as a man, how does, you see right now, there's a lot of pressure on men these days.
Yeah.
You're dating a woman, and you need to what? You need to put money in the love, because if you don't do that, it's not sweet. So how does it feel being a man?
Without money.
Okay, first off, let's address that one, without money, for my ladies too. So
Yeah,
probably take
so
that into
if you're a
consideration.
man without money, I think the man or the M part is small letter. Yeah, so the if you have money, the M part is like
No, no, no,
capital.
thank you
part.
very much.
Yes,
Okay.
So me personally, I don't like to argue about give a woman money, don't give her money, she's a gold digger. All those things are pointless. If you have the money, give it to who you want to give it to, and then
Exactly.
everything follows. Yeah. So as a man, if you don't have money and women or society is treating you in a certain manner, you don't have to fight it without money. You have to make the money and then fight it. That's what I believe personally. I don't think it's pointless. The argument is point. It won't put money in your pocket. It won't change the way they treat you
I know, right?
or perceive
Right.
you. Nah.
Yeah,
So
so you hold that thought for me, because I would ask you a question
no,
to tie
okay.
into that. But Mimi, what about you? How does it feel like because, as women too, we must be financially independent, right? So
Yeah.
what are your takes on it? Do you think that a woman should be very much financially independent, or should exhibit some form of dependency on the money of, someone that she's close to?
Absolutely. I am, as a feminist, I'm very I'm very inclined to women being able to choose. So if you're the kind of person that feels like you want to that feels like you prefer being a housewife, but then you want to be dependent on your husband for that, that's fine. If you're also the woman that feels you want to go work for the moolah, please do so.
Yes.
And I realized that when it comes to abuse always trends on the platform of unequal power balance. And money is something that gives you power. So you realize that for most people, or for most women that are in abusive relationships, they tend to not be able to leave because of finances or economic stability. That aside, there are other factors, but most of it is because they know that they will not be able to fend for themselves. So they stay to endure instead of
What if
enjoy. Yeah, so I, for one, I'm one for women to go all out to make their own money.
Yeah.
However, it doesn't mean you cannot. Okay, so patriarchy has also taught us that it's the man's money that's our money, but my money is my money. And the man
Okay.
is supposed to take care of you. And that's
But is
what
that
patriarchy has.
patriarchy or it's propaganda by women? That
I think
your money is our money, and men don't
Because
say that.
I
I've
say
heard
I
of
say
that
it's
too as well.
patriarchy because
Yeah.
patriarchy has taught us that let's prepare the girls for the men to marry because the men will take care of them. So a lady that knows you are supposed to take care of me, definitely all my financial bills are on you.
Yeah.
But then when women empowerment comes, it comes with, hey, as a woman, you also need your own money. So like I said, patriarchy has positivities. Not gonna lie about that. It has positivities. But when it comes to that aspect, I think we've taught the girls that this is how it's supposed to be. The man is supposed to take care of you. So there are people that have gone into marriages and relationships believing that the man is supposed to take care of me. So my money is my money, but your money is our money.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Is that
It's
propaganda from?
it's the
There's
side
no
that you're giving
patriarchy.
to me
No,
right now.
patriarchy
Okay.
didn't bring
The
that up.
bombastic side
Nah,
eye.
that is all on you guys.
So what's your take? Do you believe in the 50-50 or what? What's your view?
Whatever works for whoever. So if you believe 595 will work for you, that's your business. 50-50, 0-100, whoever. I don't think people should try and impose their understanding of how things should work on others.
Yeah.
I think this debate is actually very pointless, like the gender wars on Twitter. What does it actually yield? Like,
You just cease fire with that one.
okay.
But when it comes to things like fraud and cyber or stealing money,
Cybercrime.
yeah, cyber crimes and all that. Because I feel like right now there's so much pressure these days. Someone says that you go to work from 9 to 5, and you can't even afford to buy a car or even a home. And there's someone who sits behind the PC and is able to get a lot of money. So if, let's just say, crimes were not crimes, would you ever consider that doing that thing?
No, I can't commit a crime. No, I can never commit a crime.
Hey, why?
For money, no, I can't
Yeah.
commit a crime. Yeah.
So what do you think is okay? Can you share something that would help people to make money? Like what works for you in making money apart from your job?
Coming from a rich family, yeah, just make sure you come from a rich family.
No, but sometimes that's not even realistic because you can come from a rich family, but your parents will treat you like, have your own money, we have our own money.
Oh, I'm not sure that's how it works. If you come from a rich family, you have the support system to experiment. Creating wealth has some level of experiment in there, unless there are some industries that are like, if they hold your hand and put you in there, then you know that like it's guaranteed. But if you're a proper entrepreneur, it's all gamble, try and error. So I can't tell anyone how to make money because myself, I'm trying to find out how to make money. There are some fundamental principles.
Okay.
Save, look for alternate sources of what income. It sounds nice, but in practice, we are human. There's a time factor. You need to live life. So all your life, you do this, do it. You wouldn't even have time to balance things out and live a healthy life, can you? So I don't have any serious tip for anyone. If you want to make money, just make sure you come from a rich family.
Oh, but not everyone can come from a rich family.
Yeah, so create a rich family and let someone come from it.
So that's my question. How do you create that rich family? Like, how do you create that?
So the
wealth?
long of what I've been saying is luck is a factor. There's the hard work and there's everything, but I see a lot of hardworking people, and the evidence is there. So it's always down to luck, I think. Do I even believe in luck? Some way, somehow, some people get the better of whatever share there is. Some don't, and it's not because of lack of effort or creativity or ingenuity or like it's intelligent. No, it's not. It's not lack of it. Yeah. So it's not anything you can just put your hand on and say do this. You become.
Mimi, what about you too? If there were no crimes, would you commit cyber crimes?
If there were no crimes.
Like if you weren't going to be charged or prosecuted on these things, would you ever do,
I'm not sure I know how to do cybercrime.
But if you could learn, would you do it?
If I
To
could
make quick
learn
money.
To make quick money. Why don't I learn how to make more money off the internet the legal way? I think I'll go for that.
Yeah, that is what working 9 to 5 or what?
Oh, making money the legal way with technology. It could be Forex, trading. That's also off the internet. It could be crypto. It could be NFTs. It could be, now we have remote jobs. You can work online. It could be, you could use your different talents and skills in your free time. You're doing this right now.
Yeah.
Someone can just use that and then publicize themselves out there. And someone is like, I like this girl's vibe. I like her aura. I wanted to host my show for me. And
Yeah.
there you're making easy money alongside.
Yeah.
So yeah, I get that there's no actual way to make money because hey, it's hard. I get it.
Yeah.
But we are all trying in our little bits to be able to be sustainable. Because these days, if you joke, you fall underneath the poverty
Honestly,
line.
it's-
And you
it's
really
very
don't
hard.
want to be there because you want to sustain the lifestyle you have now and even get bigger.
Yeah.
So in doing that, sometimes you need the sacrifices. For most of these companies that have been existing since time immemorial and are still going on strong and they have really good leaders and founders, most of them had to ride on the backs of sacrifices
That's
for
true.
the rest of their family members to benefit today. The Rockefellers.
Yeah.
I mean, there is nothing without sacrifice. Blood,
Or-
sweat,
or
and tears.
crime. Yeah.
Blood, sweat,
Oh.
and tears.
Yeah.
But I also get the hard work part because, yeah, people are actually working really hard. But I've come to understand that now to make money, it's not about hard work, it's about smart work. Work smarter and not harder. Because if you're just working harder and it's proving futile, I work a 9 to 5. At the end of the month, I'm getting something that can't even sustain me for a week. Can I think of other ways that I can make money?
So yeah, multiple streams.
Exactly. So we need to look into that, honestly speaking.
Yeah. So I didn't get the part of your question, which is like if fraud was not a crime. I didn't understand it that
Okay,
way.
so now that you
Yeah.
understand.
So like there is something unethical about it. I wouldn't still do it because I'm taking someone's money from them.
Yeah.
And you know what comes with when someone is like deceived. It's not just even about the money, you know, it hurts them psychologically. Like
Yeah.
to be taken for a fool. I think because of that reason, I wouldn't do it. So I've properly answered the question. I thought it was a crime. Yes, so
Yeah, okay. So, what are some of the practical ways you would give to someone who wants to, attain this financial freedom first? What are some of the things you do personally that helps you to save money or, have some money for yourself so that you don't fall below that poverty line?
Personally, I'm bad with budgeting. But I think what works for me is I know the income I get monthly from my day job. But then I also do things on the side. So when I'm getting items, I know that this month I'm going to sacrifice this amount of money to purchase clothes for my wardrobe because I need a wardrobe change. Or I know that this month I'm going to sacrifice and buy food stuff and I have that stocked up. I live alone, so I'll be able to manage that. It means in the consequent days to come, I have to reduce my going out. Because if I go out, that's money going. I'm going to a restaurant. It's going to cost me more. But I know that I've spent enough to stock up food in my freezer. So I'll depend on that. But then multiple streams of income. For one, I do voiceovers.
Okay,
And that earns
yeah.
me some money. I have done some for international organizations.
Ooh,
And
nice.
it has earned me
Nice.
some money. Aside from that too, sometimes I do brand photo modeling.
Give the boys some.
I do brand photo modeling and it earns me something too. And these days I've started a little bit of graphic designing. Let's see where that would take me. I also recently got into crypto. So gradually we are entering places.
Yeah,
so
you're a rich
it's
woman.
necessary.
Yes, what
You're
about
very
you?
rich.
So we'll have
so
to do the second part of this.
I can
yeah.
only speak on if you are touching bread, like you're actually making some money. So you have to be disciplined with how you spend money because money is like it will go if you treat it anyhow. It will go.
Yeah.
But I can't speak for those who are not yet touching the money. But if you are touching money, you are getting some reasonable amount of money. Then you should be disciplined when it comes to spending it, and there are secure investments, as they call them. You should look into that. And you can gamble the rest into businesses if you want to. Yeah.
Can I also add?
Yeah.
Sometimes you actually could be spending wisely, but it could be people around you. in the sense
That's
that
a
you have
very good one.
responsibilities all the time. This cousin of yours is coming to you. Oh, because Mimi does this work, she definitely has money. So every month I need to go to her for money. Or your parents know that, oh, now you're a lawyer.
Oh,
So,
yes.
hey,
Yeah, she's a lawyer.
I think
Oh,
I think it's high time we need to draw the line when it comes to family, friends, close relationships, and the amount of money or the amount of hold they have on us when it comes to our money. We can choose that maybe every month 10% goes to my charity or humanitarian donations, and that's going to go to family, friends, and whatever that is. But when you exceed that, anybody comes to you, let them understand that it's your money. Things are hard, and you are trying to manage the little you have. So this month you can't afford for them, but maybe another month, if they come early and you have that 10% you have reserved for it, then you can keep up.
All right.
'Cause,
Thank you
yeah.
guys so much. Guys, you've heard about, what we've discussed. You've learned so much. I've learned so much. So make sure to share this episode with your friends. Make sure to stay subscribed to this channel, and we'll come back with another sizzling episode. Have a good day.